Hello and welcome to this channel. Now I've just got this today, got delivered today, so I thought I'd put it up because I can't find anywhere online in English that tells you how to connect them. Now you do get an instruction manual, which is here, but it's totally, to me, it's totally back to front. It's really weird. This is an actual negative connector. You can get a positive connector and you can get a negative connector. Now, the easy way of doing this would be, to try and show you, is it comes as this. You get this, you get a remote control pad, and it comes in a box like this, which is a 12 volt 200 amp. Now it goes up to 12 volts and 200 amp. Now on here, if you was connecting it to a car, you would just ignore this wire, please. Ignore that wire. This is something I want to show you later, but that you need two hands, and I haven't got two hands at the moment holding the phone. So this part here would go to your positive part of your battery on your car. So you'd have to disconnect the part like this, that's on your battery on your car, disconnect it, put it to a side. This one will then fasten to your car battery. This one would feed to the part that you've just taken off your car battery. Now on this one here, you will need to cut off that part on your battery wire, that's already on there, and put an O-ring and join it to this side here. Now this wire I put on, because I sort of like, somehow I sort of like misplaced the other one. Now this one here is a positive. Now the positive one goes to the positive side of your battery. I'll show you what I mean by connecting a power pack. So I'll connect this to the battery, okay, and we'll connect this part here to the negative, to the positive side, Excuse me a minute, so I'll just connect onto the wire. Okay, now the reason I'm showing you this is for two reasons. One, you need to make sure that this is coded to that control, to that part of your disconnector. Now the best way of doing it is a negative one on there and a positive one on your positive wire at the bottom. Now if you press on, you should hear a click. Don't know if you can hear that, but it's clicking. On, off, on, off. Now if you find it isn't registering with that, and it's not picking up the remote control, then you'll have to open up inside, which is quite easy really. The sides just pull apart and this just pops out, and inside there's a button on the top that you can press, and then press your buttons on your controller and it'll register your controller. Once you've done that, pop it all back together, seal it up. Please make sure you put it in properly, or else the lid will fall off. Now once you've done that and it's all checked, and this part here is connected to your existing wire that was originally on your battery, that one to your battery, that one to your existing wire of your battery, this one to a positive on your battery, on your car battery. Okay, once that is done and you switch it on, it will disconnect your battery. Okay, but what we're going to do today is, I want to see if it'll work on a motorbike. Now, I ain't going to do a permanent fix to this, because obviously it's not going on this bike, it's going on a different bike. This is the bike it's going to go onto. Okay, this is the bike it's going to fit into. Now as you can see, the moment I've disconnected the negative, and I've got a positive wire here going to the positive. Okay, as you've noticed, there's nothing at all on there. If I connected the negative back on there, we've got it working. Okay, so just disconnect that. This is the same thing as a car battery as you do on a car battery. It's jammed underneath there. Right. Okay. So what we're going to do first, we need to disconnect this screw here. Actually no, because I'm not going to do a permanent fix. So what I need to do is I'm just going to put this phone down a second and disconnect these cables. Okay. This is hard with just one hand. I'm going to pull this one off because I've actually got one positive wire off. So obviously I've got one of these on the bike. So what I'm going to do now is, as I say, I'm not going to do a permanent fix or anything like that for reasons. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this Jubilee clip with this wire here, connected to a Jubilee clip. This is just so I don't have to take anything off. If you do it as a permanent fixture, unscrew that, this off here, dispose of that and put the screw of that there, because obviously this is where your negative would go from your motorbike. Right, so we shall move over to here. Get rid of that wire. This, if I was permanently fixing this on, I would have it rather inside my bike, somewhere hidden away, somewhere well away, underneath the fairings so it can't be seen, can't be detected. Do not at any time use a thin wire like this to actually permanently fix your bike. You need a wire the same as the one you have on your motorbike. Now I've got one here which would be a bit thicker. You can see it's a lot thicker. And you can see there's the connectors, there's your wires, it's a lot thicker. So you need to go to an Alfred's or somewhere like that and go and get an electrical wire. Now, I've put a sticky pad on this because obviously it doesn't come with one, but I found one and I stuck one on. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have a negative wire, which is this clip. This is why I put this clip on, just so I can show you how it would work, and that they do work. So I would then put this wire would be connected to the battery, obviously because I wouldn't have the car battery connector. So I would put this onto here, screw it down, fasten it up. This one, let's move this up here. This wire here, the red one, which goes from my positive straight across and would plug on to the positive side, as so. Okay, just tighten that up because it's flapping around. Okay, so that would connect to that. Now, on here, this one here, we're going to have to connect the actual existing wire, this one, which is originally for your bike, would screw onto there, fasten onto there, pop it onto it, tighten it down, bring it up. The only problem is with these motorbike ones is the holes are a little bit smaller. So you will have to drill just a tiny bit, just a little bit to make it fit tight, snugly onto there, snug onto there. Snugly, snug. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rest it on it. So I'll give you an idea of how it would go. Right, so that's how it would go. Now hopefully, if we turn that on, as you see there's nothing there. I can't remember if this actually turned on the remote, so we've got the remote anyway. And we've put the negative wire to this one. Put that up to there, make it a bit easier. Connect that onto here. Not sure if that's actually switched on. Ah, there we go. Right, now as you can see, if I touch this, it comes on. Okay. Now, as I say, this is only, I'm not fastening anything in, I'm not doing it, so if anyone wants to kick off, I mean, there'll be people out there going, but you should have fastened it all up, showed us all of it. Well, this ain't going on this bike, and I don't want to be stripping wires down and drifting everything else unless it's going on to a permanent fix. So, we have the negative wire, we go to the negative. The negative of wire from your bike that was originally on would go to the other side of the negative. Okay. That would then stash somewhere where it can't be seen. And your positive wire, which is there, would connect to the positive. You need the positive one, that's to give the battery booster the power it needs to register to keep your remote control going. Now, if you look at the dashboard, we have lights and everything on. Okay, if we switch it off, it switches off. Nothing can even start, it won't even start. You can see the switch is on. Bike's a bit dusty, I need to clean it. And I think if I do it with it's on, okay, and then now that's because the bike's vibrating. So we'll just connect that back on there again. That should do it. There we go. Because the bike was vibrating, obviously it got off the way it came off. So off, on. Now, even if your ignition was turned off and you sat on your controller, it's not going to do anything. You can hear it clicking. It's not going to do anything because there's no power to your bike. So if someone comes up to try to pinch your bike, the first thing they're going to do is go for the ignition switch. That's not going to work because there's nothing. There's nothing there at all. So all you have to do, so remember, it's ignition on, power on, power off, turns it off, power on. But I would advise, don't just switch it off by this. Switch it off by ignition first, and then switch it off by the control. I'm going to check it. Nothing. I will put the link down to where I got this. You can get it from several places, but I will put a link down to where I got them. And hopefully, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate, just pop them down below and I'll walk you through it. Thank you. And if you like this, please leave a like, and we will be doing other things, like there's like LED, I put LED lights on this, I'll show you how to do them. We've done LED headlights in the front, I'll just give you a quick show of them. I'll just show you that as a quick show of it. These don't usually come with the Yamahas. Let me switch it on. Okay, even does the indicators. It's an indicator one, but I'll show you how to do all these. As you can see, it runs the indicators as well. So thank you, and just leave a like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye.